The mission of Cornerstone Christian School is to provide students with a challenging academic experience and to prepare them to live purposefully and intelligently in the service of God and man. Cornerstone is the only kindergarten through 12th grade Christian school in San Angelo that is fully accredited. Our students are seen as unique persons, created in the image of God with individual talents and needs. Students are taught by skilled teachers whose desire is for each student to achieve his or her highest potential. Individualized teaching plans and smaller classroom size allows the student to reach their academic goals.
I like this school because it's Christian, all the teachers love you, there's no bullies here, and you have lots of friends.
The teachers are really good there they help you a lot on a one-on-one scale, and they're here after school anytime you need them, and they'll just be able to help you out with anything questions you have.
Well, all the teachers help us in it if we have trouble, but sometimes there's some challenges, and especially, I know people here don't like math, but anyways, I do, but our teachers will help us with it if you don't get it.
My teachers throughout the years have been very personal with me, which has helped a lot. They have been one-on-one with us. They have taught us like personal traits about them as well as academics here, which really helps a lot more than just learning school, but also learning like life lessons through them.
You can expect your child to be challenged to excel in all of his or her endeavors. We use the A. Beckett book curriculum, which is the benchmark for high-quality Christian education. Our teachers are able to focus on teaching their students and helping their students develop a lifelong love for learning.
I teach third grade. I have 21 spirited kids. They're very funny, very smart, very eager to learn, and I like this grade because there is nothing the same about every day. Every day is different. They have different things to say, different things to learn. They are constantly challenging me in the way that I teach, and they have just been so much fun to be with.
Working at Cornerstone is like being a part of a second family. It encompasses all of the traditional aspects of teaching, but also encompasses the family atmosphere.
About the teachers at Cornerstone, there are just some words that come to mind. The teachers that we have been exposed to, disciplined, organized, compassionate, passionate about teaching, very, very capable, amazing people that have a gifting for what they do and are willing to sacrifice getting paid the best in order to be able to impart what they have. And certainly in all of the departments I mentioned, not just the head teacher. Mrs. Lyons is amazing, the 5th grade teacher. Mrs. Mathis, the 1st grade teacher, is amazing. Mrs. Anderson, the K4 teacher. These teachers are amazing and gifted and anointed at what they do. But also there's Mrs. Spraggins, the Spanish teacher, gifted and amazing at what she does. Mrs. Hernandez, music, all of these different, every teacher, there's no slack, there's not an area that there's lacking in, and that's what's neat. Just to have assembled a faculty such as this is an amazing accomplishment.
As a parent, what I love about Cornerstone is that the academics are challenging, but yet the teachers are loving. And they're very supportive and loving, and the children are not only learning math and reading and writing, but they're learning character traits like correct, morals and ways to behave in public, and they reinforce what I teach at home here in school, which is very refreshing.
Cornerstone has a very rich history of caring for their students individually. It's not a large school, so everybody knows everyone. And I have seen as a student and then as a teacher how much the teachers care. So if there's a student who's struggling, they're going to get the individual attention from the teacher to do well. Academically, Cornerstone is top-notch. But even more than that, spiritually, they do what they can to make sure that those kids have a relationship with Christ, because that's what matters in the end. there is a high emphasis on academics, but more so on the spiritual side of a student. And I have not found any school or any teacher where I've done volunteer work who cares for these kids more than the teachers do here at Cornerstone.
At Cornerstone, we emphasize the greatness of America's heritage. Students come to understand and gain perspective on the present and our future through acquiring a knowledge of the past. Cornerstone Christian School offers athletics, choir, orchestra, and art programs for students in middle school and high school. Students in the elementary grades participate in music, art, and Spanish classes.
Basketball, it's pretty easy because you get to do games like knockout, pig, and also you get to do scrimmages that are fun. Your coach helps you. You get to wear jerseys and stuff like that.
I play basketball as I play center and sometimes forward, and in tennis I like to play doubles or mixed doubles more than singles.
So we are 6-time state champions for the Lady Lions, and I've been a part of 4 of those. I'm going on my 5th year this year. Okay. So hopefully we'll be able to take it again.
I feel like everything that a public school can offer, we also get offered here at Cornerstone, just on a smaller and more personal scale.
Every year we have an individualized study of Indians, and the culmination of that is what we call our powwow. Each one of these children selected a tribe that they wanted to learn about, and they did a report on their tribe. They did an Indian dwelling that tribe may have used, and then at our powwow they brought Indian food that those Indians may have eaten, and we actually did have a feast. And the presentation of Hiawatha's childhood is something that their parents can take home with them and know that their children didn't just learn one thing or another about the Indians, but they also learned a poem that will probably stay with them for the rest of their lives.
By the shores of Kitchie-Gumi, by the shining Dixie water, stood the wigwam of Nokomis, daughter of the moon Nokomis. Dark behind it rose the forest, rose the black and gloomy pine trees, rose the firs with cones upon them. Right before it beat the water,
Eventually, God blessed me with a love for children. And God further blessed me by sending me here to Cornerstone, where God and education really do come together. It warms my heart to come to school every day, to the light that God has put in these children's faces, to know that I have a purpose and that purpose includes all of these children that I love dearly. They are the joy of my life, and Cornerstone affords me the opportunity to teach in the way that I really need to teach. I feel called to teach, and to do that, you really need to have an understanding that God has a purpose for everything that we do. I have seen several classes grow up and graduate, and it's just heartwarming to see that they have learned not only academics, but a Christ-like way of living. And that's what's important to me, is to know that I have not just educated their brains, but I have educated their hearts.
We would like to invite and encourage you to learn more about Cornerstone Christian School. We are a Christian school that is not affiliated with a particular church. It is not our intent to promote one church over another. Our students come from many different local churches and denominations. Our students, families, faculties, and staff share a common belief in the fundamentals of Christian faith. We are an educational institution established upon the principles of God's Word. We are a school where believers can set aside denominational differences to experience God's blessings.